Good morning, everyone. Welcome to aroMATHerapy tutorial services. So let's have a review of our topic or discussion last Saturday in our tutorial session. What was our topic last Saturday? Okay, let's review ratio, rate, and proportion. Let's start with the concept of ratio. Take a look at these figures. We have ice cream, pizza, and candies. Let's just use the singular form of the word, okay? So how many ice creams are there? We have 16. And we have 12 pizza. And 5, 10, 15, 20 candies. Let's solve for the ratio of the following quantities. First, ice cream to pizza. How many cones of ice cream and how many slices of pizza are there? (16 over 12). What is the simplified form of 16 over 12? We need to divide this by what? Divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number. And what is their greatest common factor? This is equal to 4/3. Their greatest common factor is 4. Okay. Next, candies to ice cream. We have 20 over 16. And what is the greatest common factor of 20 and 16? 4. Okay. So dividing the numerator and denominator by 4, we have 5 over 4. Next, pizza to candies. 20 candies and 12 pizza. So we have the given order, pizza to candies. So we write 12 over 20. This is equal to 3/5. This one, the fraction form can be written in another way, the column form. So we have 16 is to 12 is equal to 4 is to 3. Next, 20 is to 16 is equal to 5 is to 4. Next, 12 is to 20 is equal to 3 is to 5. So using this illustration, we can define ratio. As you may notice, naka-box, we have here the given order, ice cream to pizza, candy to ice cream, pizza to candy. So in this example, sa may example number 3 dito kanina, diba, as you may notice, una kong sinabi si candy at pizza. I just wanted to emphasize the definition of ratio here. So ratio is a comparison of two quantities, say x and y, given in a particular order. So when we talk about ratio, meron talaga siyang order. Say for example, this one, ice cream to pizza, 4 is to 3. Pero pag sinabi kong pizza to ice cream, nagiging 3 is to 4 na yan. Bakit? Kasi nga, dapat mauna si first quantity. Okay. And also, we can say that ratios can be expressed in three ways. First is this one, in the word form. Second is this one, the fraction form. And lastly, we have the colon form. As you may notice, we always simplify ratios. Ayan, bilugan natin yung mga simplified form ng bawat ratio. Here, 5/4, 3/5, and 4:3, 5:4, 3:5. Now, paano nyo malalaman na simplified form sila? Take a look at the numerator and denominator. What is the greatest common factor, the numerator and denominator? 1. Kapag wala nang makadivide sa kanila, or if their greatest common factor is 1, then the ratio is in simplified form. So therefore, take note of this. The ratio should always be expressed in its simplest form. So can you now understand the basic concept of ratio? So using this illustration, we were able to tackle the following: definition of ratio, different ways of expressing a ratio, and simplifying ratios. Okay, let's proceed to rate. In our previous discussion, we learned that a ratio is a comparison of two like quantities. Another term that we will need to learn is rate. So for example, when a person buys a car, one of the considerations usually is how much the car consumes. The fuel consumption in liters is compared to the distance the car travels in hundreds of kilometers. Such a comparison is called a rate because two quantities that are being compared have different units. So therefore, we can say rate is a ratio that compares two different types of quantities. Say for example, we have 3 cupcakes per minute, 35 pesos per kilo, 8 workers for 57,600 pesos. 70 km per hour, 10 centavos to the peso, and 12 liters per week. Take a look at this one. These examples for per. Look at the words that they use. First example, express 180 km per 3 hours as a rate. So you write 180 kilometer. This will become the numerator. Per will become the fraction bar. And 3 hours will become the denominator. So we just need to divide these two quantities. This is equal to, what is 180 divided by 3? 60. So you copy 60, copy the kilometer, change fraction bar to slant, cancel S, and write hours. This is now the rate. 60 km per hour, 60 km/hour. This is also equal to 60 kph. Still, this is the rate. You can also write it as 60 kilometer per hour. These three here are just the same. The monthly rate for the house is 8,000 pesos. Express this in annual rate. Monthly rate for the house. So you write rate is equal to 8,000 pesos per month. Express this in annual rental rate. So note that annual means yearly. And 1 year is equal to 12 months. So you write 1 year is equal to 12 months. Since we are asked about the annual rental rate, we just need to multiply 8,000 by 12. So for the annual rental rate, we have 8,000 times, how many months are there in 1 year? 12. Which is equal to 96,000 pesos for 1 year. This is now the annual rental rate. We are now on the second to the last topic, concept of proportion. During the field trip activity, Miss Fermin wants to group her class by gender, so she started counting the number of boys and girls. The ratio of the boys to the girls of the section nitrogen is 2:3. While the ratio of the boys to the girls of the section helium is 6:9. Are the ratios 2/3 and 6/9 equal ratios? To answer this question, we need to equate 2/3 and 6/9. So here, let's cross multiply 2 and 9. So 2 times 9 is equal to, what is the product of 3 and 6? 3 times 6. Okay, so 2 times 9 is equal to 18. This is equal to 3 times 6. What is 3 times 6? 18. Are they equal? Of course. So this means that they are equal ratios. So therefore, they are proportion. Understood? Why are they equal ratios? Take a look at their cross products. Their cross products are equal, so this means that they are equal ratios, and therefore they are proportion. Okay, let's try to solve this using another method. 2:3 is equal to 6:9. Let's multiply the product. Let's equate the products of their means and their extremes. So you write 2 times 9. This is the extremes. 2 times 9 is equal to 3 times 6. This is the means, the inner term. So 3 times 6. 2 times 9 is equal to 18. And 3 times 6 is equal to 18 also. So therefore they are equal. So in proportion, the product of the means is always equal to the product of extremes. And they are also equal ratios. Okay? Therefore, two equal ratios form a proportion. Okay, we are now on our last topic, kinds of proportion. Number 1, Mr. Torres spent 75,520 pesos on a computer, a printer, and a TV set. The ratio of the price of the computer to the price of the printer to the price of the TV set was 10:3:7. What was the price of the computer? To solve this problem, we need to divide 75,520 pesos by these numbers: 10, 3, and 7. So you write 10 plus 3 plus 7. This is equal to 75,520 pesos over, what is the sum? 20. This is equal to 3,776 pesos. This will be the unit value. To solve for the price of the computer, we need to multiply the unit value to the number associated with the computer. So we have 3,776 times 10. And this is equal to 37,760. This is now the price of the computer. This is an example of a partitive proportion. So as you may notice, merong partition na nangyayari. Like 3, 7, and 10. 3 for the price of the printer, 10 for the price of the computer, and 7 for the price of the TV set. Example number 2. A man earns 5,000 pesos for 20 days. How much will he earn in 30 days? So let's draw a table. Okay, for the first sentence, we have a man earns 5,000 pesos for 20 days. So here we are given with two quantities, amount in peso and number of days. This will be our case 1. So what is the amount in case 1? They're given with 5,000 pesos. And for the number of days, 20 days. We write 20 days. Next question. How much will he earn in 30 days? This is for the case 2. So we are given with the number of days. Write 30 days. Okay. And since we don't know the amount, let us denote it with X pesos. So in this case, we need to equate the ratio of each cases. So we write the amount of case 1 over the number of days of case 1 is equal to the amount of case 2 over the number of days for case 2. So let's write down our given. We have 5,000 over 20 is equal to X over 30. To make things easier, we need to simplify the left-hand side of the equation. So cancel the 2 zeros and divide 500 by 2. So this is equal to 250. And equate it with X over 30. So let's just simply cross multiply 250 and 30. So we get 7,500. This is equal to X. So this means the amount for case 2 is equal to 7,500 pesos. So take a look at our table. We have the two quantities, amount and the number of days. As you may notice, the first quantity increases and the second quantity also increases. So this means they are in a direct relationship. This is an example of direct proportion. As the first quantity increases, the second quantity also increases. Or you can also say, as the first quantity decreases, the second quantity also decreases. But in this case, in our given problem, we are given with increasing quantities, okay? Okay, let's move on to example number 3. An amount is shared equally among 9 people and each of them gets 480 pesos. How much will each get if there are 12 people? Okay, let's make a table. Read the first statement. An amount is shared equally among 9 people and each of them gets 480 pesos. So we'll have two quantities also. Number of people and the amount in peso. This is for the case 1. Let's write down our given. We have 9 and 480 pesos. Next, we are asked about the amount for case 2. We are only given with the number of people, which is 12. Since we don't know the amount, let us denote it with X peso. So in this type of problem, we need to multiply the two quantities for case 1. Okay, so you write 480 times 9. This is equal to 8, 9, 72, 7, 36 plus 7, and then you write 0. So therefore we have 4,320. So you write 4,320 divided by the number of people for case 2 divided by 12. This is equal to 360 pesos. So this is now the amount that will be shared by 12 people. Okay, let's examine or study the table. We have the first quantity, number of people. The second quantity is the amount associated in peso. As the number of people increases, the amount shared decreases. This is the inverse relationship. O diba, let's have this an example sa real life. For example, you have a fixed budget and then padami ng padami yung taong bibigyan nyo. So, of course, the amount shared by each people will decrease. Pero pag konti yung mag-share, syempre tataas din yung amount na marireceive nila. Diba? Gets nyo? Gets nyo ang point ng inverse proportion. Kaya nga inverse since magkabaliktad yung relationship nila. If the first quantity increases, the second quantity decreases. Or, if the first quantity decreases, the second quantity increases. Basta magkabaliktad yung relationship, that's the inverse proportion. Okay?
There should be no such thing as boring mathematics. Reduce math anxiety. Say yes to aroMATHerapy.